Happy Sunday, everyone. I am so sorry I had to put a break between day 5 and day 6. But you know, work has a habit of derailing my craft activities. So I'm really sorry, but today is day 6 of Clean and Simple One-Layer Card Design series. And today I'm going to show you a Christmas card. The stamp set that I decided to use today is More Merry Messages. And I'm going to use this taller stamp here because it's about trimming the tree. Amazing how you can use your accessories sometime to make a clean and simple one-layer card really pop just by using a little bit of bling just to jazz it up a bit. So I've taken a layering weight cardstock, just white. You can use ivory as well. And I've scored it at 4 1/4. And so it's a standard size card. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to use my embossing folder. Now the last time we used the embossing folder with the Christmas card, I think that was day 3, but we used the entire embossing folder and we ran it through to get these snowflakes on the left. Today I'm not going to use the whole embossing folder. I'm just going to use some of it. And this is something I would like to encourage you to try often. Break your embossing folders up into pieces in your mind and look how the independent pieces can be helpful to making your designs more interesting. I'm taking the 3 snowflakes at the bottom section of the snowflake folder and I'm putting them right at the top of my card design. I'm going to run this through the Big Shot and I'll be right back. Okay, so when I ran it through, and I did run it through with the folder like this and the card wrapped around the back is not embossed, I stopped just short of this line. Otherwise you might end up with the impression of the bottom of your embossing folder. So I stopped just short of there. And you can see I've got the nice snowflakes at the top of my card. And I think it's actually cool that some of it kind of runs off the edge. Now I'm going to take that card and I'm going to open it up. I'm going to take Old Olive and one of the stamps from the Lovely as a Tree stamp set, which is, I guess, an all-time favorite. I'm just going to ink this up. And one thing I would like to do, you don't have to do, but I like to do this, is I'm actually spraying this with smooch spray so that my tree sparkles. But I'm only giving it 1 spritz, so I'm not trying to get a watercolor effect. I just want to sparkle the tree a little bit. And I'm going to stamp that on the lower right of the card front. Now I'm going to take the sentiment from the More Merry Messages. This one says, hanging the holly, trimming the tree, family and friends as close as can be. Merry moments, sugar and spice, these are the things that make Christmas nice. It's a little poem. I like that. And I'm going to use a black ink. You can use Stays On if you're comfortable with Stays On. And I'm going to ink that up. And I'm going to tuck it into the tree, and I hope you can see this, in a way that is kind of like it's safely into the tree image, but also not running over any of the snowflaked embossing. So, and of course I could have used my Stamp-A-Majig to ensure proper placement here, but this one I'm kind of accustomed to doing. So you end up with this effect. Now if you were doing 100 cards, you could very easily assembly line your embossing and then your stamping. But I want to do one more thing to this card. I want to add some bling. So I'm going to pull out the bling that I have, which is the pearls and the rhinestones. And I'm actually going to use my Copic markers, and I don't know if any of you have ever done this, and I'm going to color these gems. So I'm going to color a couple of these. So I'm changing up the size. I'm gonna do 6 gems all together. So I'm gonna color 3 large ones and 3 small ones. And if you didn't have Copic markers, you could also use Bic markers. What the point is you want alcohol-based markers. You could also use alcohol inks to color these. And so just by running the marker over them, I now have 6 red pearls. I'm going to take those 6 red pearls and I'm going to scatter them on my tree. This is my way of trimming my tree. And they dry really quickly. I could have waited for them to dry so I don't get anything on my fingers. But of course I'm in a hurry. As long as I don't use this finger that I'm pressing with, I'm okay. But yeah, at home I would suggest you wait a few minutes and let it dry. Beads, they can stick to you because they're all sticky. Okay, I'm just going to push those down. And then I'm going to do the other 3 in between those randomly. 1. 2. And then the last one down here. Do you hear the horses going by? They actually ride horses by the back of my house, and you can hear them trotting by. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to wipe my hands with a paper towel, and that's the card. And you can see just how, you've taken some very simple things, the edge of an embossing folder, a really great sentiment, and then you've trimmed your tree with some of your embellishments, and that's it. So that's the clean and simple card for today. I hope you get one. Make a comment, and I might select you to have a copy of this card. That's all for today. The last day will be tomorrow, and I will definitely post tomorrow the final clean and simple card. If you'd like to make a suggestion tonight, if you'd like to make a comment that says which stamp sets you'd like me to use, please do. If I have it, I'll use it. Thanks, and have a great evening, and happy stamping!
Christmas makes you feel emotional. It may bring parties or thoughts devotional. Whatever happens or what may be, here is what Christmas time means to me. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling